All right. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone from Vision Loss Travel. We will be talking today about our surfing trip going to Portugal in June. And today we are talking to Rita, who will be explaining us how everything works for this trip. And I am super excited to dive into this because I'm super excited about this trip. I think it's an amazing opportunity for you guys to learn how to surf or to improve your surfing skills if you already have it. So, hi, Rita, welcome.
Hi, Lindsay. Thank you so much for organizing this live. And I want to thank everyone that managed to find the time to participate in this small event. I want to say that we from Portugal for All Senses have been collaborating with Lindsay from Vision Loss, and we are very excited not only with this collaboration, but in particular with this new adventure because it's the first time that we are doing a surf camp, an inclusive surf camp, and we are very looking forward to actually see it live when everyone will be participating in June. So I'm really thankful to everyone that is interested, and please feel free to make any questions. I know that Lindsay already said this, but I really want you to feel comfortable to make any question. If you don't feel comfortable using your own voice, you can use the chat or even ask Lindsay later for any question. Okay. I think the most important part is not to leave this event with doubts in your head, because maybe your question is the same as another person here. So this is a place, that we should be able to just express ourselves with freedom. So I think now I'm going to dive a bit into the organization of the this surf camp, so you can know what to expect. First of all, I wonder if any of you that has been traveled to Portugal before, have you visited the country, or is going to be the first time for everyone that is joining this live? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Lindsay, I know you have been here, so you so you don't count.
Yeah, I don't count. I was in Portugal. I don't know if people followed it on Instagram or on Facebook, but I was in Portugal meeting Rita last month. And I spent quite some time on the beach of the surf camp,
True.
which was incredible. People were actually surfing also that day, so it was wonderful. I don't know if anybody else has been to Portugal before.
One has been in Azores. It's beautiful. I only been in
These
one
yours.
island. It's very green and very beautiful. You can surf there too, but that's more for pros. What we are gonna do in June first is in an easy atmosphere for beginners. Then later on, we can top up for more adventure, but we're gonna start with level one. So I'm gonna introduce you the program. As Lindsay said in the beginning, is going to take place in June from the 3rd to the 8th. So you land on Wednesday, the 3rd, and you departure on Monday. So what we're going to do all together? First of all, you all going to arrive, regardless where you come from, you all going to arrive in the same airport, which is Lisbon International Airport. There's only one in the city. You can't miss it. We will be waiting for you at the arrival hall and take you to your driver. Then your driver will do more or less 30 minutes drive, depends a little bit on the traffic, to your hotel. The name of your hotel is Hotel Riviera. It's a four-star hotel, modern style with a pool as well, and a spa if you like, to do some sauna or even go to the gym. You have those facilities as well. On the first day, then you're gonna have support on your arrival and as well at your hotel. Me or our guide Pedro will be joining you in the hotel, helping you with the check-in, and also helping you to settle in your hotel room. And we will help you a bit as well to navigate in this new space. Then you have some time to chill, unpack, and then we will meet all together for our first meal. We're gonna have a welcome dinner all together in the nearby the hotel. There are several food options, and the first day, will be a moment for to break the ice, for us to get to know each other, for you to get to know Pedro as well, which will be our guide for this trip. So we were gonna have an easy start, and then next day, which be the 4th of June, we will have after breakfast. We will go all together to the beach where the surf school is located. The hotel and the surf school, it's a walking distance. It's around maximum 15 minutes walk. I even think it's less, but because we are a group and we're going to walk slowly, it's just to give you an idea that maximum will be 50 minutes walk. The beach where we're going to spend our mornings, it's called Carcavelos Beach, and it's a very long beach with a very large promenade with several restaurants and cafes and several surf schools as well. Because Carcavelos is quite known for being a surf beach, one of the closest to Lisbon, and it's also a very popular surf beach for beginners as well. And actually, just like Lisa said in the beginning, we you can watch surfers the whole year in Carcavelos. So it's a quite of a popular surf beach. So we're gonna reach the school. In the school, this is an adapted surf association. So all the teachers are comfortable and have training in accessible surf. Okay, so this is, I think, also important to highlight. They have training dealing with blind surfers or people with reduced mobility, because we also work with clients with reduced mobility that want to do surf. So they are experienced, and they're going to help you first to put your suit on, because you need to put a very tight neoprene, I think this is how you say it, surf suit. And then we will do some exercises on the beach to warm up, because you need to warm up your body to finally enter in the Atlantic Ocean. I would just like to make a small remark that although Portugal has good weather, we don't have the Mediterranean Ocean. Okay, we are in the south of Europe, but we have the Atlantic Ocean. This means that the water, it's not this warm tropical water. Okay, it's decent temperature. It's going to be around, I don't, maybe 20 degrees, 18. So it's important to wear the suit. Okay, it's just for you to know that what to expect. The if you have been in the Azores, it's more or less the same type of temperature, so it's not much difference. But sometimes people think, because we are in the south of Europe, they think about Spain, or they think about Italy, and they expect the sea to be warm. So it's fresh, which is good, because outside is going to be warm, so this contrast actually help you to refresh. And because you're going to be moving in the water, I think the water won't be an issue at all. So will be our mornings, okay? From 9:30 to 12:30, we will be at the beach in the surf school. After, what we're gonna do? Our afternoons will be quite dynamic, so that everybody can, enjoy and don't get bored. So our first day, after the classes, we will have a beach lunch all together. As I said, there are several restaurants at the beach promenade, and we are going to go to a pizzeria that has a wonderful terrace facing the ocean, and we all going to lunch all together. In the afternoon, we will hang out by the beach. You can do some sunbathing, you can enjoy the ocean, and we're just gonna relax all together at the beach. And around 6 o'clock, me and Pedro will walk you back to the hotel. Following day, it will be the same. Okay, in the mornings, I will be there at the hotel with Pedro, and then we will walk you to the school. You will have your classes in the morning. It will finish around 12:30. At that time, on our now it's the third day. If you consider that the first day as the arrival, we will hang out all together in the pool. Since I told you that your hotel has a very nice pool with a pool bar, it will be a pity to spend these days without enjoying such facility. So on, we're gonna hang out by the pool together and have a drink, and then just enjoying the rest of the day. Next, so let's see, third for on the. Let me just tell you the correct date. So this, I think, it will be easier for us to navigate. Mm. So on Saturday, okay, 6th day, then we're gonna start getting a bit more active. You're gonna do your surf routine in the morning and in the afternoon, after a little break for lunch that I suggest at the hotel, because perhaps you would like to shower after your surf class. Because in the afternoon, me and Pedro will take you to a beautiful palace called the National Palace of Sintra. It located in this medieval town called Sintra. That it's a medieval village with several palaces in the heart of a national park. And this area is so special that it's considered by UNESCO a heritage site. And we will visit, we will have a guided tour at this national palace. We will have the chance as well to eat one of typical cakes from Sintra called travesseiros, which is like an old expression to call pillows. I know this is a bit funny, but the reason why this cake has this name, it's because it's a rectangular shape, and it actually could look like a pillow, and it's pretty sweet with sugar and made of eggs. So those that are sweet tooths, I think you're going to enjoy it. After the palace, we will stop at Cabo da Roca, which is considered the most western point of continental Europe. And there, it's a wild spot because it's a cliff area. Of course, that will not get too close to the cliff for security, but just for you to picture the area, it's a cliff area with big rocks facing the ocean. If you would jump and would swim straight in a straight line, you would reach New York. So it's an area where it's a bit rough in terms of nature, and you can really feel the power of the Atlantic Ocean because you hear the big waves crashing on the rocks, you hear the seagulls, and it's usually quite windy. If we don't have wind on that day, I offer you a drink, because it will be one day per year that it's not windy. It's very rare. So on that day, on Saturday, I suggest you to bring a light jacket, a scarf, even if it's like a good day by Carcavelos. Once we reach Sintra, and especially the Cabo da Roca, it's there's a bit of a particular climate in that area, and usually it's quite windy. So I recommend you to bring something extra, an extra layer with you. After it will be around 5:30, we will be back at the hotel, and you will have like a quite of a full day, and most likely you will feel the need to just chill in your room and recharge your batteries. for our next and final day, which will be Sunday. Also, a day full of surprises. The morning will be your last day to really show that you have been practicing for the last 4 days. And after your last surf class, we will be back to the hotel. I also suggest, if you want to have a little shower, because after your lunch around 3 o'clock, me and Pedro, together with your driver, we will take you to Lisboa and you will visit the historical downtown. That it's a must see, and it will be a shame to finish this trip without visiting Lisboa. So you will see the historical downtown, and the best way to get to know the Portuguese culture is also by tasting some of our local delicacies, because our gastronomy, it's very rich and plays a very important role in just in our lifestyle and in our culture. So while Pedro will tell you a lot about the Portuguese history and some of the monuments that you will see along the way, we will have several stops for you to try some local delicacies like the codfish, um, the ginginha, which is a local cherry liquor, or pastel de nata. At the end of this walking foodie tour, we will stop by at the Portuguese Beer Museum, where we will have a guided explanation about the different styles of artisanal, I think is how you say it, Portuguese beers. And then, of course, we couldn't leave the museum without tasting it. So we will taste four different beers that will be coming together with a combination of different type of tapas that to enhance the flavors and the features of each single beer. And this way we will finish with a big smile and a cheers at the sorry, at the beer museum. And around 7:30 we will all go back to the hotel. As I said, it's a short journey, maximum half an hour. You will be back at the hotel, and you still have time, to unwind and also to pack for the next day. In your departure day, me or Pedro will be with you at the hotel, together with your driver, to take you back to the airport. I would like to highlight that for all of you that are booking flights to Portugal, you should book as well our My Way service, which is a free service to support you to navigate in our airports. Okay, you should do it for your arrival and departure, and it's a free service, especially with the team specially dedicated to guests with accessibility needs. So this way you will have an extra support in the airport. Okay, I think that's also important for you to know that you have such service. So now that I made this very brief overview, I bet there are some questions. So please, now let's, give my voice a break. And I'm just curious to know, what did you like most, or what are your doubts, and how can we help you?
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a lawyer in New York, and I
Mhm.
really want to. Also, first of all, if you could tell me where to go in New York, to just start swimming, I can meet you at the cliff. And
That's a good idea, Chris.
yeah, so
You
just
just need
let me
to
know where to
start.
go.
You just need to start like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. Um, but okay, so here's my question. I like really want to do this. Unfortunately, my wife and I have already done our Europe thing this year, which what we did Vienna for Christmas. is this an annual thing? And how early, if first of all, I hope it is. And second of all, how early can we sign up for next year? And then third of all, if it is, and all this is good, my wife is sighted, but would also like she's never surfed or anything, and she was wondering, since I'm doing it, if she could just join the class too. Um, and how that would work if that's an option, even though she doesn't necessarily have accessibility needs.
Well, Chris, thanks so much for your interest. And this is going to be a annual trip. We want to make one or twice a year because this is actually a quite of a unique travel opportunity, and we are having a lot of demands, and people get really curious about doing a surf trip in Portugal. And so you will have the chance, you and your wife, to join us for next year. I cannot guarantee you already which specific dates because there's a lot of logistics that take into account when we organize such group trip. But there will be dates for next year, most likely in the same month, in the month of June. So what we can do after this live is you get in touch with Lindsay and you can sign up to be in the waiting list for next year. And once we get the dates, we can communicate with you. Regarding your wife, it won't be a problem. I will coordinate with the school. And since you are a couple and you're coming together, it will be perfectly okay for her to join the group as well. Most likely she won't need so many support from the instructors because the way they organize these surf classes, it's like 1 to 2 instructors per person. So in your case of your wife, one will be enough, but it will be super fun to have her in the group as well, so that
She
won't
even
be
said, yeah, that's
a problem.
sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, no,
I was
you
just gonna say she even said she'd be happy to just like watch and follow because she but that so that's perfect, and that would be absolutely amazing, and I she'll be excited to hear all of this, and I can understand why there's demand because it's a very cool thing. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. We're also very, very happy to get positive feedback. Oh, I also would like to add like not one, actually two aspects, because I think it's also important for you to know that this trip, it's unique but has also an extra layer. By joining this trip, we'll also be supporting this local surf association to continue to provide free surf classes to kids and teenagers with disabilities in the region. They work with many local associations and schools, and they do offer such service for vulnerable kids. And a way for this association to keep their work flowing is by getting donations from different companies. So our company is partnering with them, and we are creating this surf camp with them. So we're gonna part of this trip will be a donation for the school so they can keep running their business and their mission. So I think that's also important for you to know that part of this price will go to this association so they can keep running their surf classes for free. One extra layer. I'm sorry, maybe I need to look at the chat. This is a whole 3 hours, so could it be? No, no, that's also sorry to. I'll go back to my other point, but I just want to answer. If you're gonna say 3 hours the whole time in the water, no, because that's a lot. I think that's really for pros, and I'm not so sure if a pro stays 3 hours straight in the water. You will do turns, okay? Because you will see that 1 hour in the water with the board, trying to paddle, falling, going back again on top of the board. 1 hour of exercise in the water, it will be like 2 hours in the gym. So I think 3 hours straight, no, 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 it's too much. And we need to keep a balanced rhythm, because don't forget that you're going to do it this 4 days straight. So if it will be too intense the second day, I'm afraid you won't be able to join the class. So we have these slots in the morning, but you will take turns going to the water for your own physical capacity, and also for safety reasons, because we need to have several instructors with us, and it will be really hard if everybody's in the water at the same time. So we will take turns so that you can keep up for the 4 days. Yeah, also what Lindsay's saying, we also need to count with the exercises that you must do on the beach before entering in the water, so you can warm up your body. Okay, so that's also an important part of your morning period. uh, exactly. As I said, just like Lindsay is reinforcing, there are several cafes really on the beach. So if you are like a beach freak like me, maybe you want to go and get some sunbathing. Or if not, you can grab a coffee or fresh juice at one of the several cafes at the beach promenade with Pedro, your guide, or with me. So don't worry, because we you won't be like left alone on the beach. We will be with you all the time. And those that are not in the water and are not exercising, warming up, we will join you in just hanging out by the beach. Uh, the extra point that I would like to highlight. I'm not sure if you have been following the news, but recently Portugal has suffered some damages in some areas, more in the interior part of Portugal, due to several storms. So we decided that for every person that signs up, 50 euros will be donated to the institutions that are now trying to rebuild the houses that got houses and businesses that got fully destroyed by these extremely intense winds and floods. So I will make sure that you will get a confirmation of our donation. I don't know yet if we're gonna do a bank transfer to one of the institutions that are giving support to the community, or we just buy some goods that are in need and send to them. At the moment, some of these areas, because of the floods, are a bit isolated, so I don't know yet how we would articulate this donation. But I just want you to know that me and Lindsay, we decided to, take this opportunity as well to give a small contribution to all those people that are actually struggling with this natural disaster that just recently occurred. So, yeah, are there any other questions?
Yeah, so if anybody has any other questions, you can drop them in the chat or just unmute. Thank you
I,
so much for the explanation. Chris, I think Chris has another question.
I do. What's the
Yeah.
all-in price?
Yeah.
And in terms of like, and I'm sorry if this has already been shared or is out there. I haven't heard it said yet, but what is like the all-in price and what does that, and what's that inclusive of?
Yes. So the final price is 2,425 euros per person. And what is included? It's your transfer service, go and back to the airport, all the transportations for the tours. So every time we need a transportation, that is included. You have included the accommodation in a 4-star hotel with breakfast included. You have the surf classes included, with access to the material such as your suit and the boards. Also, an insurance while you are practicing surf. There is a specific insurance included as well. Then, in terms of meals, you have the breakfast. Then you have the welcome dinner on the first day. Then you have the beach lunch on the second day, and then you have the tapas with beers on your last day. Then, what is also included? The support of Pedro. Pedro, our guide, will be with us every day from 9 till 6. And it's also included the two tours that I mentioned, the private tour to the National Palace of Sintra. So the tickets, the guided tour made by Pedro, the special cake, the typical cake from Sintra also included, and then also the Lisbon downtown tour with all the stopovers to try the local delicacies, and the beer tasting with combining those 4 tapas that come with each beer.
And I'm sorry to, and just I know that I'm more looking towards next year, and the price will be different and yada yada. So I'm not asking for any sort of quote or to hold you to anything. But my question would be like, if it were two people who were sharing a room, then obviously there would, it would not be that price X2, right? Like there would be something, because I would guess a big chunk of that is a hotel cost. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Well, in our for 2000 for next year, I cannot tell you exactly the price because, of course, the price changes
Yes.
every
Yeah.
year. But to be honest, we don't wanna make much of a difference. It will be just I need to update according to the current new prices of all the partners involved. But in terms of your question, usually, Chris, the way that we work is we avoid single supplements, because a lot of people, they travel alone. There are more cases of people signing up alone, and often people that travel alone, they end up paying single supplement. So we don't do it. So we use that price as the standard price for everyone joining, but for the people that sharing the room, we make a discount, but it's not going to be a massive cut. Just to tell you in the advance, maybe it's going to be around 150 euros less per person.
Got it. Okay. All right. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Also, to pitch in here on the sharing rooms, it's also possible to share a room either with a friend or a family member, or if you let us know that you are open to sharing a room with another traveler from the same gender, and we find another traveler that says the same thing, we can also have you sharing a room and enjoying that discount for anybody out there wanting to do that. So I've also listed in the chat box the price in US dollars, because we're talking in euros now, but some of us are from the States or from Canada. In US dollars, that's $2,882. This is the price for June. So as our June trip is filling up really fast, actually, if I'm not mistaken, it might already be full by now. We're still checking on getting the last payments in, but there will be another one in the fall, and then we are also looking at creating another one possibly June next year. So I would say if you are interested, it doesn't mean that you need to put down the deposit right away, but if you are interested and you want to make sure that you get on the waiting list to not miss out on getting a spot on one of our trips, I have added a link in the chat. Don't worry if you can't find it. I will be emailing everybody also after this. You go to this link. You have all the information that we just talked about. So you can go over that again if you want. Price is also listed. And there you can click on sign up today. So when you go to sign up today and you fill in, I think it's just your name and then your email address, you will be on the waiting list for one of the trips, and then you can let us know which month, which date that fits you best. Somebody's asking us what is the size of the group. So now for June, I think the size is 5 people.
I think 6. Well, it's
6
the
people, yeah.
maximum.
So we're usually going for 6 people max. But as been said before, it is definitely possible to also bring a friend, family member, partner, even if this person is sighted. And then we can also arrange that they also get surf classes. It doesn't need to be 4 surf classes. It could be 2, it could be 1, whatever this person requires is good.
Hello, this is Kent here from Canada. Just a quick question. Do you have any suggestions for the flights there and back? Any kind of discounts that you've heard of in the past or anything like that?
When it comes to flights, it is getting a little bit more difficult to kind of know when the prices are going to drop. What I usually do is I start checking as soon as I know that you're going to fly there. I start checking the prices, and then we kind of see once it starts dropping. Usually about 3 months in advance, the prices are pretty good. But yeah, it really depends. So we need to check then also what your
Okay.
fly out airport is. So usually I help you with that. I check what your fly out airport is, and then we go over also what are your layovers, how long is the time, what is the approximate price, and then from there on we start tracking the price to kind of see that we can get a good price for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So also for people that are signing up, I just like to give you a little bit of the flow of events that's going to happen then. So when you sign up, you will get to me first. I will then set up a video call with you to do a one-on-one video call. That is just also to assess what your needs are, what are your hopes for this trip, to kind of also align that you are able to do all the things that you want to do and that you align also with this trip. It's also important that you get the time with me to ask all the questions that you have, maybe questions that you can't ask right now, and also to get comfortable. And then once we've signed you up, once everything is paid, also about a month to a couple of weeks in advance, we will also set up a video group call. So that is with your full group. That is also with Rita, also with Pedro if he can make it, which would be nice. So that we have this group call so that we can get to know each other better. We can introduce each other a little bit to each other so that, when you arrive, it will still be a bunch of new people that you don't know, but you will have the feel that you know everybody a little bit better. And then we are also in a WhatsApp group from that point on. So if you want to ask just random questions, I don't know, are you bringing your flip-flops or whatever, who's wearing sandals or whatever you want to ask in that group, you can then also put it in the chat, get to know your group a little bit so that it's not too overwhelming when you arrive. Okay, I don't know if there's any other questions. If there is anything, drop it in the chat, unmute, let us know. Now is the time. All right. So I see I got something going on here. Yeah. Okay, so if these are all the questions, then I would say if you want to sign up, the link is still in the chat, or you can wait for the email that I will be sending you as well. Otherwise, if there are other questions, email me. I will also drop my email address again in the chat. Vision Loss Travel.
I have a quick question. This is Sheldon from Canada. I
Hey,
wanted to
Sheldon.
find out, hi, I wanted to find out if you wanted to extend the trip. Um, can you guys help us with extending it if we're coming with a partner? If we wanted to go other places in Portugal, because obviously 6 days over there with your flight, you'll be tired when you fly. So, to go over there for a little bit longer, is that possible or does that have to be booked elsewhere?
Sheldon, it will be a pleasure to help you to extend your trip. Um, what I would suggest you is that maybe we can organize later on another call, maybe with Lindsay as well, so I can really understand what is your interests, what you would like to see if it's the first time that you are coming to Portugal. What will be your main motivation if you just want to go to a nice hotel and chill, or you actually would like to visit more the country? Is it gastronomy? Is it doing sports, being nature, culture? So I'd like to understand your interests and your motivations, and then of course we can and also how many days you plan to extend, so we can design an itinerary according to your needs and your profile. Usually, we work with group trips, but most of our guests, they are individuals. Like sometimes they come alone or with friends and family, and we organize and design tailor-made holidays. So we are totally in our comfort zone to give you support to extend it.
Okay, that's great. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And
You're
then
welcome.
the other question is, I'm not a swimmer. The surfing doesn't excite me whatsoever. So how does that work in the package if you don't surf? Say my girlfriend does a surf and I didn't surf at all because any water over my head and I lose my mind. So I probably wouldn't do it. And I just recently lost my vision, so I probably don't have the capacity to be in water over my head because I'll probably lose my mind. So, what accommodations would we have to look at for that or alternatives?
Sheldon, that's a good question, because you're bringing up an aspect that I think it's important that we also take this time to share. If you want to join a surf trip, we expect people to be able to swim and be able and feel comfortable in an aquatic environment. You don't need to know how to surf, obviously, but you need to feel comfortable being in the water. If it's not your case, my suggestion will be you can still join, but you will not join the everyday classes with the group. We can organize something separately for you, maybe one class like a baptism with one instructor just for you to see how comfortable you get in the water environment. And we will obviously adapt as well the price, because if you're not joining the surf classes every day, it's different for you and for your wife. But I wouldn't suggest to sign up and do every day and join the rest of the group on a daily basis, the surf classes, if you don't feel comfortable. We can do something separately for you. Will you stay with us on the beach and maybe you have one shot to experience? Maybe we can even do like a couple class together. and of course also adapt the price if you and your wife are not going to do the daily morning surf classes. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah, no, totally makes sense. And she would probably be in because she's a good surfer, or not a good swimmer. I'm okay when I had vision, but now that I don't have vision, I think
Yeah.
I would have a lot of anxiety getting in the water and not having control of myself. And yeah,
Mhm.
it might be harder for me,
Yes, yes,
more than enjoyable. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I have to understand my capacities and my limitations. You know?
Of course, and
Yeah.
thank you so much for being transparent, and because that's very important, so we can actually, not only get your expectations in terms of the thrill that you expect to get from this trip, but also your needs and what makes sense to you. So I really appreciate your being honest. I think we really need to have transparent conversations among all of us to align expectations. That's why Lindsay has this private call with you after signing up, and that's why you also have a group call before you coming, so we are with our expectations aligned as much as possible. So in your case, Sheldon, I
Mm.
would, in case you sign up, I would speak with the school and maybe see if we can organize a separate class that maybe it's not so much focus on you getting on the board, but maybe it's more focusing on you getting kind of comfortable in an aquatic environment, not
Yeah.
pushing your
Yeah.
boundaries, not making you go into the water of out of shore. I think that's how you say it in English. But just for
Hmm.
you to start getting, breaking a bit the ice with the ocean. I can ask as well if they are comfortable with that, and of course, Sheldon, I would need your permission to arrange such class.
Awesome. Great. Thanks for being adaptive. Thank you. Or
You're,
accommodating, I should say. Sorry about that.
you're welcome. Oh, Shannon, just one question. I'm sorry. In your case, if your wife joins, your wife is comfortable swimming and she's sighted or not? So we can understand a bit the potential group.
Yeah, she's sighted.
Okay.
We were both sighted, and I just lost my vision suddenly within 3 weeks. So, we were both sighted, and
Okay.
she is sighted. So she's my eyes. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah, so she would be. I know she'd be down for surfing for sure. That girl doesn't. Nothing holds her down. But me, I'm a 6 foot baby. So I'd just thinking about getting into the water just gives me anxiety because I'm just like, okay, how do I control myself? And you're
Yes.
at the mercy of the water, right? The water can
Yeah.
suck you out and do whatever. So
Yeah. It's true.
I'm
Although,
good
of
with a drink. I'm good with a drink and sitting on the beach. I'm
that's
okay
a
with
good
that.
plan.
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm
plan.
okay
And
with
then,
that.
and
I'm good
we
with
also
that.
gonna chill by the pool, and the pool is a very safe environment to start,
Yeah,
getting comfortable in the aquatic environment again. But I get you, Sheldon. I totally do. And thanks a lot for bringing this topic.
problem. Thank you.
Okay, great. I just see one more question, Rita, and then we're going to close this call off. Otherwise, it's going to be maybe a little bit long. So, what happens after 6 when Pedro finishes for the day?
Well, when Pedro finished for the day, um, if you need support for the dinner, let's say if you want me to book a restaurant nearby, or if you want me to walk you to a restaurant, I will be available. And you also have the opportunity to have dinner at the hotel. And the closest to the hotel will be, they have like right below the hotel a very small shopping mall, really small. It has only like 20 shops. So it's something very local, but has a food corner. So it has several more easy meals. and also a supermarket that has some takeout. So right below your hotel, you do have some food options, and I will make sure that we all kind of navigate together. Let's say if after 6 o'clock, two of you want to go to this food corner below the hotel, I can take you. I cannot just guarantee you that I will be many hours after 6 o'clock with the group, but I will definitely want to make sure that everybody has find its own way for dinner. I think the easiest, even if you don't want to get too much on your head, will be to have dinner at the hotel. I think that will be the easiest option, but I'm happy to show you some other alternatives in a short distance from your hotel.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Rita, for taking the time to explain everything to us and to go over the questions. I'm sure there might be more questions. Possibly also certain people will watch this later at their own time. If there are any questions, guys, just email me at visionlosttravel@gmail.com or contact me on Facebook. There's many ways to contact me. I think everybody knows by now. So don't hesitate. Ask us the question. We will set up a video call. Also, if you're on the fence, you're not sure, you don't need to sign up. If you just want to do a video call with me and ask a couple of extra things, don't worry about it. I will definitely make the time. So I would like to thank you all for being here. It was so much fun, and I can't wait to see you all standing on this surfboard and just trying it out in beautiful Portugal. And yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye, everyone.